Is you pro-gun?
Well, yeah, I am. People, that's another thing we could talk about. See, people should have the right to keep and bear arms, but guess what happens? When the Black Panthers showed up in California, then they wanted to change the gun laws. Ronald Reagan changed the gun laws because the Black Panthers showed up with guns. I mean, that's the fundamental right. People should have the right to defend themselves.
Okay.
And it should be, but the people who are big on the Second Amendment, all these right wingers, what are they doing to stop ICE? Absolutely nothing, right? ICE, they got masks on and they're abducting people. People have a right to defend themselves.
What
from
you
ICE.
say to the people who say ICE got masks on for their own safety, not trying
They're
to
government employees. They're government employees.
So they should be showing their face.
Right. I'm not a government employee.
Okay.
I feel that's the difference,
But do you think with the job they doing and so many people
the job they doing is kidnapping people. The job they're doing is kidnapping people. They need to be held accountable for their actions. What would they do if somebody comes in their home and kidnaps their family? How would they like that? What if somebody kidnaps them? They're out there grabbing people. What if people organize to grab them and take? It's like they.
So who you blame? Do you blame Trump for COVID?
No, but I blame him. A lot more people died because the way he handled it. But it's not Democrat.
Biden?
Him too. Yeah, both those motherfuckers. Both those motherfuckers. Both them motherfuckers committed genocide. Both those motherfuckers. Yeah, in Gaza.
Okay.
Both of them are guilty of genocide. Both of them are war criminals.
What's going on in Israel is on us?
Yes.
On America?
Yes, we fund it. We give them money.
Yeah.
Now you're asking what country are better. I mean, the shit is popping off there. But what I'm saying is, we send them money, billions of dollars. Guess what they have?
Yeah.
Universal health care.
Israel
they don't pay for insurance. They don't pay for insurance. We pay for their insurance. We give them money, but we don't have health insurance. People, People don't have health. It was bullshit.
I didn't know they had universal.
They have universal health care. Yep.
Oh, okay.
The Palestinians don't.
So what you think about Hamas?
Well, I don't agree with religious fundamentalism, but guess what? They're fighting them, and so that's great. But all the people that are fighting the IDF is great. There's a lot of different groups. Hamas was like more or less the government of Palestine. I'm not an expert, but I don't need to be an expert.
No, me either. I'm just
understand what they're committing as genocide, killing hundreds of thousands of people, mostly women and children. And it's funded by the United States of America. We're giving billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars to Ukraine. We're giving another $40 billion to Argentina when people are getting their SNAP benefits cut to the idea.
That's why people be thinking Antifa. That's why people be thinking Antifa is a terrorist group.
Well, that's what they're always going to do. The state is always going to call the people who stand up and fight back and terrorists. That's what they do.
I mean, you calling for death. I can't even lie. Fighting back and calling for death, I look at that as two different things.
Well, call it what you will. They're killing people. They deserve it.
They're not killing people.
That's the idea. That's the idea.
Jesus. You agree that there's good cops in the world, like that all cops are
You know how there's a saying called there's a few bad apples?
Yeah, okay.
There's a few good.
I see where this is going.
There's a few good cops.
Yeah.
And they're forced out or quit, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because it's not that of the person, right? Particularly, it's the nature of policing. The nature of policing is to keep the working class people down, protect the private property of the rich, and it's like out of the ordinary that they actually do something good for people in general. It's the nature of policing. But who's kind of the people who go into it? Some people are idealistic, just like some people have American flags and they mean well, but America has been garbage from the start. But, they have this idea of, American and Constitution and they're liberals and whatnot. You know what I mean? But it's just like the nature of police. Somebody might go to police with good.
You don't like liberals?
No. Because those are the moderate that Malcolm X, warned you about. Those are the people that don't want stuff in their backyard. I live in a neighborhood where there's black people and brown people, and so on and so forth. It's like, like Sesame Street, the people in my neighborhood. Everybody living together.
Name a good right-winger.
Oh, well, when you say right-winger, I know. I mean, there's somebody
well, just a Republican or somebody who on the right.
Well, I'm opposed to... the politicians, both the demon rats. There's not one good demon rat or Republican politician on the national level that I'm aware about. Even Bernie Sanders is a sellout.
What?
Always pushed
Do you believe a trans woman is a man?
What's that?
Do you believe a trans woman is a man?
There's a difference between, and some of my comrades might not agree with this, but there's gender and there's, your sex. Gender is a social construct.
I get that, but that ain't what I'm asking.
So that's my answer, right?
So it's more than two genders.
Oh yeah, there's more than two genders. And then
how many did God make?
There is no God. The whole history
Jesus, you don't believe in God either?
In the whole history of the universe, whole history of the world, nobody has been able to prove anything substantial that there's a God. See, I think religion, sometimes there's good, liberation theology, fighting for the right thing, and a belief in like an all-powerful thing can motivate people to do certain, to stand up and fight for what they believe in. So it can motivate people to do stuff. But the problem is, one of the things I talked about is hierarchy, right? So religion creates a hierarchy, and hierarchical top-down kind of structure. So then people are looking for hierarchical top-down structures on earth, right? Then they're okay with kings or presidents or whatnot. So I think one of the biggest problems with religion is it creates hierarchical top-down structures and getting people believing in hierarchical top-down structures instead of people thinking for themselves and organizing bottom-up instead of top-down.
Would you agree that once we start having presidents, our country start to get better, start to go, when we start having presidents and laws and all this stuff, our country got better for a lot of different groups?
No, I mean, I'm all for getting rid of a king, per se. And I mean, I guess, as much as I hate capitalism, right? It was an improvement over feudalism, but it's long overdue to be getting rid of, So we should have a world, based bottom up instead of top down, based on the love of money. So, what group are you in? So, I've already been talking. So
I'm just on YouTube.
What?
I'm just on YouTube.
Another YouTuber?
Yeah.
Man, you got the equipment.
Yeah, gotta have the equipment.
But what were you saying earlier about feel like the world could be a paradise if everybody shared their goods?
Right, it wouldn't be perfect. I mean, we're human beings, we're animals, right? And so on and so forth.
We're animals?
Yeah, we're animals. We evolved.
All right, you can answer this question. I'm sorry, you can answer this question. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, but nothing's going to be perfect, right? Like there's going to be storms, there's going to be lightning, there's going to be earthquakes, so on and so forth. So, and
what president did you like?
I don't like presidents.
Oh, you just don't like none of them?
I don't like the top-down thing.
Past you just feeling like we don't need presidents
in
this country. Do you ever feel like we had a president who was good and cared about the people?
Well, no, but the best presidents, you might say, was maybe Lincoln and FDR or whatever, out of the bunch.
George Washington? I think George Washington was a great president.
The slave owner?
I mean, I don't agree with that, but that don't mean you weren't no great president. I mean,
being a
it
slave
was
owner
a different world. I understand that. Believe me, I'm black, but we just
being
talking
a
about
slave
far as
owner
the
is a
type of president he
disqualification,
was.
right from the jump.
Okay, I mean, if that's how you feel, I have no problem with it. Give me, you trying to get somebody else some Jolly Ranchers that even gave me.
Why would I take anything that they touched?
For you in the car, just didn't bring
She's just a regular person, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with her.
She's a person. I
I
guess.
like
the
her.
lowest of the low.
No, there's probably a lot worse than you.
She got my phone number. We talk when we not
these
here.
ICE agents are a lot worse than you. State troopers are a lot worse than you. I don't think she's like beating nobody with a stick and breaking out
As soon as I see a Republican, I was
did.
raised to be a Democrat, but as soon as I see a Republican, it's no hate in my heart for that person just because they got different beliefs than me. When I was raised,
we can believe
my
in
whole
different
family is
pizzas, right?
Democrats.
We can have a different choice of food. But
you ain't got to hate nobody because they got pineapples on
I
their
like the
pizza.
White Sox and somebody else like the Cubs. I ain't going to hate them, right?
I don't like the Sox.
Right, I ain't going to hate you for that. But if you like
But it's like you hate her for being a Republican.
Well, I mean, no, not for being a Republican. I don't care if somebody likes a different sports team or a different pizza. But if there's, if they
what about a different political party?
I don't care about the Republicans or Demon Rats. They're both sellouts. None of them, both are capitalist parties. Both are corporate parties. None of them care about the working folk, working class people of this country. None of them care about black people or white people or immigrants or none of that. Despite what they're saying, they're all political opportunists, careerists, whatever. None of the politicians give a shit about you. None of them give a fuck about you. Your alderman doesn't give a fuck about you. I mean, maybe there's one that's an exception that I don't know about.
On that. I don't think they do either. I mean,
right. None of them give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
So fuck them. Now,
I don't idolize
think people
politicians.
People that think they're gonna, you know, vote for the candidate, whatever, the least worst candidate, try to get the best bill passed, whatever. But I mean, if you think really, you know, voting and all that's going to do that much, you're just a sucker, man.
So we all should just not vote. I mean, the system is
Vote
the
for the least
system.
worst, but like get out there and actually do stuff, right? Just like the people in the neighborhood, right? Protecting their neighborhood, physically stopping ICE from kidnapping people. You know, shit like that. That's important shit to do.
Is it wrong for ICE to deport an illegal immigrant? Is it wrong?
ICE is wrong for existing. There shouldn't be no
You
such
gotta
thing as ICE.
answer the question. Is it wrong?
I was opposed to Obama deporting people too. Fuck Obama. Fuck
Oh,
Biden.
man.
Fuck Trump. Fuck all
How
those
Obama
motherfuckers.
get in this? You was stopping that
He
bike.
deported more people than Trump.
Yeah, 3 million
Fuck
people.
all-
I know that.
Fuck all of them.
But is it wrong to deport somebody who here illegally when the law says?
Fuck the law.
What's your tattoo on your soul? Like, stop it.
It says, fuck the system. You know, the system can suck my ass. It's,
Together.
yeah,
God
that's what
damn,
it
man.
says, it says fuck America. It says fuck capitalism. Fuck ICE. It says, yeah, it says all that shit.
Oh my God, bro.
But it had a community.
I ain't trying to make it easy for y'all.
I really just want to know what it says.
I'm not against you, man. I don't not like
No,
you.
I mean,
I'm not
you're
against
getting
you.
good content, so you shouldn't be against me.
It ain't got nothing to do with. I ain't know it was gonna be like this talking to you.
No, you
I
never,
talk to
you
everybody.
never know what you're gonna get.
I
Right?
talk
It's
to
like
somebody from the right,
it's like a
left, black,
goddamn box of
white, fat,
chocolates, right?
skinny. I have no judgment.
Right,
I'm
it's
just.
like a box of chocolates, right?
I guess so.
You
This
never
is
know what you're
definitely a
gonna
box
get.
of chocolate.
I know some Forrest Gump shit. I mean, that's like the first time I saw the motherfuckers use billboards for a movie. Everywhere I was going, I was driving around. I saw Gump. What the fuck is Gump? You know, then, you know,
So-
we already had this discussion.
That's
the
just what
difference
somebody
between gender and
said.
sex. Well, you know,
What's the difference between gender and sex? Gender and sex.
gender is a social construct, and sex is like biological sex. That's the way I describe it. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, a scientist, a doctor, whatever, but
Yeah.
you know, but then some people, right? Because they say, you know, there's not just a man and a woman. No, there's a small percentage of people, you know, that are born, you know, whatever the word is, hermaphrodite or whatever.
With both
Both
reproductive systems, yeah.
both genders and
That's
so on and
like
so forth.
less than
There's-
1,
right, well, it's a small
0.1% of the
percent, but there are people that are like
That's
that.
not even worth bringing up.
You know, and then in nature, there are actually animals that change sex.
Yeah, but
you know,
that's
there's
animals.
that too, right? So, I mean, right.